What's up, Scott?
Here we all are again.
We're back.
How did we do last week?
We didn't do bad. We did all right. We hit a big parlay, four-leg parlay hit by the grace of God. took a nut shot to win, but
Couple of split decisions.
yeah, and a nut shot decision, which was
Gotta love those.
I never saw that before. Never seen that.
Yeah.
Win by not even DQ. They just ended the fight, went straight to decision, and somehow they said Romanov
Yeah, they
won.
just scored the first half of the third round as a round.
And somehow gave it to Romanov? He was losing, I thought.
He was losing that round, and he was probably lost the second round.
Yeah, he won. He won one of the rounds for sure.
He definitely won the first round when he tried to pull another forearm choke on
A black belt, right?
Yeah, black belt and forearm choke.
Yeah, but we hit really good on Gravely. He looked fucking awesome.
That was easy.
Oh my God, he kicked the shit out of that dude. Austin Hubbard, another easy ass win.
Yeah.
Our boy Bartos, you can't. Come on, Gerald Mearshart does one thing.
Yeah.
And
he does fucking chokes.
He grabs your neck if you give him it, and that's his only way to win.
Right to
and you did it. We hit on Jessica Penne, which that was a good one. She's a big dog. Then
she probably got some OnlyFans subs. Hopefully,
that was a close fight, though, real close.
Yeah, I thought she probably lost.
I did too, actually.
There were a couple questionable calls on that card.
I agree, but as the dog, to be that close, anyways, we were on the right side of that. And then Romanov won, but didn't look good, and maybe quit. You know, he was tired.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was going to take the full 5 minutes and then just get up and be fine.
Right. I did
because he was just so fucking gassed.
That's somebody to maybe fade going forward, just because.
Yeah, if he can't get a finish within 3 minutes of the first round, he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he showed no heart. I mean, that was not. He could have fought.
I can't straighten my leg out.
Right. And then here's one that I thought we had. This was the decision that went against us. I thought that Alex Munoz beat Bob Ross.
That was going to be my next point. I thought we got robbed on that one for sure.
Yes.
I think that the UFC likes Violent Bob Ross because of his kooky hair and his red beard.
His nickname. He has a good nickname.
Yeah. He's got a good nickname. And I thought he was going to have a fucking Italian accent, and he didn't. I thought when they interviewed him, I guess I'd never seen a post-fight interview with him before, but I thought he was going to start fucking talking with his fans and being all Italian. But no, he's just some fucking white guy.
I thought Munoz won that. I don't even know if he's white. Yeah. But Munoz, I thought
Munoz won.
He won the first 2 rounds. I mean, no doubt. Yeah. And then somehow they didn't think so. But then we hit on Tracy Cortez. It wasn't as easy as I thought. I really thought she was going to dominate, and Justine Kish came to fight.
Chance Pooper Kish.
She came to fight.
She came to fight.
One we didn't bet on, but lost. Abdul Razak Al Hassan looked like dog shit.
That was bad.
He might never fight in the UFC again.
I felt duped again.
Yeah,
taking it in fucking DraftKings. I was like, oh well, I think I took him one time as in DraftKings as a minus 600 favorite against Laziz, and then he got killed, and then he lost every single round. And then I was like, all right, well maybe he's learned from his mistakes and he'll do better this time. And then he just got taken down
by a non-wrestler.
Yeah, literally at will.
Yeah. So he's out of the UFC, and if he's not, he's definitely a fade. And I actually think Jacob Malkoun is a fade going forward. Even though he looked good in the win, I don't think he's good. I just think Abdul Razak Al Hassan is really not good.
Yeah, I think we're shame on us for getting fooled twice.
This Chase Sherman fight was close as hell. Another one that was
Yeah.
could have gone either way. I was hoping we would get our hand raised there. Didn't happen. Andrei Arlovsky is one to fade as well. He does the same combo every time. 1-2.
Yeah.
And Chase Sherman.
Sherman had no answer.
Yeah, he ate it with his face. He was blocking it with his face.
He was blocking it with his teeth.
Yeah.
But he was visibly frustrated that at the end of the fight. You could see, like, in his fucking eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think that might be why he lost.
Same thing every time.
I think because he was showing frustration, but he was landing too. Right. But his body language wasn't good. And then the headliner, Robert Whittaker, is a fucking beast, no doubt.
Yeah,
deserves the title shot.
Dominated every single round.
Kelvin Gastelum is a beast too. So I really take that as a big win for Whittaker, and I think he gets the next shot at Izzy and might win. He might beat Adesanya.
Yeah.
Especially now that Adesanya doesn't have that air of I'm undefeated and can beat anybody. Right. He lost.
He flew a little too close to the sun fighting Blachowicz. I think it might mess with his head. He's never been beat before.
I know. And then that was that card, but at the same time we had a little Triller action going on. Yes. And I know you said you didn't watch any of it, but I was at the firehouse. We were watching it, and we watched it for about 5 hours, maybe. And the whole time we just kept looking at each other, being like, "What is this? What are we watching?" Yeah. The announcing was so bad. The production value was so bad. The concerts were so bad, and they kept addressing like a fake crowd. There was no crowd there, so. But they kept being like, "Let's go!" Woo! Yeah. And they had the same performer. I can't even think of her name. I couldn't tell you one song she sings, but she kept performing. Like she would do one performance. She had like 2 songs, and then they do like another fight or a slap boxing event. It was crazy. And then this same woman would just come back on stage and suck it up again.
Just belt out more songs. They probably were just paid her for the night, and then
I think they had enough money to pay Ben Askren, Jake Paul, and Justin Bieber, and that's it. That's all the money they had. They're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Get back up there, honey.
Right.
You can't pay the real singers.
And the fight was a joke. Ben Askren did not take it serious. He looked like a freaking bag of milk up there. He was so out of shape. It was a joke. He looked like a man who had hip surgery 7 months ago, which he did, but he looked it out there. He didn't care. You could see him seconds after being knocked out. He's laughing with his wife. He didn't give a shit. He got paid $1 million to get knocked out, which I'll do it. I'd do it too. Fuck it.
I'd probably do it for $750.
Yeah.
Undercut Askren for the next fight.
Right. But Jake Paul in the aftermath calling out everyone. Fucking Nate Diaz, who would kick the shit out of him.
Calling out DC.
Called DC a fat boy. And DC's reaction was fucking perfect. Saying I'm not punching down to him, but I would kick the shit out of him. He was like, I would kill that guy. He's like, and my first reaction was I hate him, so like maybe I should do it. But I'm glad Daniel Cormier, he doesn't deserve to fight Daniel Cormier.
No.
Or Nate Diaz, really. I don't know who he should fight next, but I hope whoever it is kicks the shit out of him.
Yeah, he should. Well, is the Conor McGregor fight? That's probably not going to happen, right?
Conor Poirier, it is happening.
No. Do you remember when fucking Jake Paul?
Oh yeah,
was shitting on.
That's not.
That was made
up.
Yeah,
no. Connor's fighting Dustin in July, and Nate Diaz.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
Nate Diaz has a fight too, so they're both out.
Right. Well, hopefully after this fucking flop, people stop paying for pay-per-views. But I mean, he's got a lot of YouTube subscribers.
People are gonna watch until he gets his ass kicked, and then it'll kind of be over. But yeah, we got the Zurich tomorrow. A kind of an interesting tournament.
Yeah, this is really tough.
This is the first year DraftKings has done contests for the Zurich, because it's a team event. The setup is first and third round is best ball, and second and fourth round is alternate shot.
Alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yep.
Because, I mean, the best ball, we might see guys shooting like 59s.
Right.
You know, fucking breaking 60, hammering it. Especially like for the matchups, I was looking at Morikawa and Matt Wolff sitting at 11-3, and if Matt Wolff, if they don't have to use any of his drives,
right, he forgot how to
they
drive.
can just throw that one away.
Right.
Then they're gonna be fucking lights out.
But the alternate shot concept is
Alternate shot.
It's hilarious because one guy hits it in the fucking woods. There you go, buddy. Take a swing. There you go.
Do your best.
Oh man.
Hits it onto the fucking cart path.
Yeah. And so how DraftKings is doing it this week is it is a team event, but they're not allowing you to pick two players on the same team.
Right. It's combined.
So, right, if you were to take, say, Kevin Kisner and Scott Brown, if you were to take Kevin Kisner, you also have Scott Brown. You can't double dip. Can't double dip. Yeah, so if we get started, we'll start at the top for DraftKings. Starts with Xander Schauffele and Cantlay at 11-7, and the range goes all the way down to Mark Leishman and Cameron Smith at 11,100. The people I like the most in that range is Mark Leishman and Cameron Smith. Who do you like this week?
My, I think, favorite duo is probably John Rahm and Ryan
Oh,
Palmer.
yeah. They're great, too.
Yeah, I think they play well together. I think they won this before, if I'm not mistaken. I read that.
Yeah, but they might have won it last year.
And yeah, they probably won it last year. That's probably what I read. And Palmer is better playing.
He's a
better
beast
this year than he was last year. Yeah.
And what's cool is Rahm and Palmer are like the same player, same style golfer. So the alternate shot is going to be. They have a little advantage because they're the same golfer, really. This is another Pete Dye course, same as last week. And that makes history a little bit more relevant. So guys tend to play well at Pete Dye courses. They tend to play well at them every year because they're kind of like a puzzle. You have to know where to hit it and what to do. So I like Mark Leishman. He's been playing some decent golf. He did really well at the Masters. And Cam Smith is another guy who's on fire. He was 9th at the Heritage, 10th at the Masters, 17th at the Players, 11th at the Workday. Together, I think they can possibly win this thing. And with people picking Rahm and Palmer, I mean, everyone's going to pick Rahm and Palmer. Everyone's going to pick Xander and Cantlay. Those are going to be –
yeah.
Because, I mean, they're the best. Those are the best golfers.
Right.
So
right. They're that expensive for a reason.
Yeah. So I think they'll be the popular. And then Morikawa Wolff is interesting because Morikawa is his irons are just ridiculous, and Wolff has been terrible recently.
Right. So I was thinking maybe like I mean, you always play better in a scramble because there's literally no pressure.
Right. Maybe that.
I think this could be.
I can see that.
Like he could try some shit and try and figure out his driver like in real time, knowing that it doesn't matter.
Right.
He could just like go for it.
Hey, you're right.
And this could like turn his career around.
Right. I mean, if he could land some putts, Morikawa has trouble putting. If he could putt,
right,
could be a dangerous team and low owned because people will stay away because of Wolff. I like the pick.
You're like, oh, Wolff sucks.
And then we go down 10K range. Starts with Bubba and Scotty Scheffler. Then we got Tony Finau, Cameron Champ, Billy Horschel and Sam Burns, Danny Willett and Terrell Hatton, Chris Kirk and Brendan Todd. And my favorite pick out of the 10s is going to be Danny Willett and Terrell Hatton. I could see them being dark horses to win this thing. Terrell Hatton is a guy I always like to play. He plays well pretty much every week. And Danny Willett has been playing pretty good. He was 18th at the RBC Heritage. He missed the cut at the Masters. He missed the cut at the Valero. But before that, he was 8th at Punta Cana and 31st with Arnold Palmer. So he's in decent form. And with someone like Terrell Hatton, who is one of the best players in this field, I think they're a little low at 10-3.
I agree 100%. I also keeping an eye on Scheffler and Watson. I know Bubba hasn't been playing all that great lately, but I think maybe he gets a partner like Scotty Scheff, who's playing lights out. Came in second in the in the match play, and it could.
And Bubba's another one.
He's another one where if he goes for it,
shaping those shots, how he shapes the shots and everything.
Right, he can do some spooky shit with a golf.
I might be wrong, but I think this is a Bubba track. I think he plays well here, traditionally.
Yeah.
The team that's similar to your Wolf pick is Tony Finau, Cameron Champ. It's like the exact same thing. Tony Finau plays well every week, and Cam Champ has been playing shitty, but if he can get it together, I mean, he hits the ball a mile.
Right.
It could be a good pick, and I think people will stay away.
I think this week, in order to win like a tournament, you're gonna have to get real lucky.
Right.
Like everyone is just playing luck here, pretty much.
Right, and then Horschel was our guy a couple weeks ago.
That's our boy.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, he could do it. He could do it again. And with Sam Burns,
absolutely. Sam
Burns is a good player too. The team that I don't get why they're so expensive is Chris Kirk and Brendan Todd. I don't understand that, why they're in the 10K. I know Chris Kirk has been playing really well. I don't think he's the same caliber as like a Terrell Hatton or even a Billy Horschel.
Definitely not.
And Brendan Todd sucks, so I don't get it.
Maybe they're trying to trap people.
Yeah. We go down to the 9s. We got Max Homa with Taylor Gooch all the way down to... let's see. It goes all the way down to Lanto Griffin and Joel Damon. This is another good round. Like you said, this is such a hard week. But I love Harold Varner and Brendan Grace. That is a weird team because they're so different golfers that I think they might work really well together. Harold Varner is an iron guy, a long iron guy. He hits his long irons really well, and he hits driver really well. And Brendan Grace is a kind of around the greens guy, and he's a guy that'll hit the fairway all the time. So, and he's a little bit shorter, where Varner hits with long irons. So, an alternate shot, it could work out. And then Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Schwartzel are two vets that could get it going together.
Little baby Louis.
Who do you like in this range?
I really like Max Homa and Taylor Gooch.
Yes, I do too.
Because they're fucking boys off the course too.
And I love Max Homa's attitude.
Yep. And they're just going to be having a great time this weekend. And I think I was reading about Homa and Gooch, and the last tournament Homa won, he was paired with Gooch on the final day, and he said he was talking about how it just made the day so much easier, being paired up with his buddy and just playing with him.
Right. And let's stop Asian hate and pick a little Sung Jae Im and Benny On. They're teamed up, and that's a pretty good team. Benny On has been playing so bad, but he's really a pretty decent golfer. You drop down to the 8Ks. We got Dylan Fratelli with Kevin Streelman. All the way down, you go down to the bottom of the 8K, and you have Cameron Turgali and Roberto Castro. This range is huge, and out of my best pick here has got to be Kevin Kisner, Scott Brown. Kevin Kisner is a guy that plays it well here every year. Scott Brown pops every once in a while. He's not good every week, but I do like him. Charlie Hoffman and Nick Watney is a decent team. I like them.
Yeah,
and
I like Hoffman.
this is a sneaky team right here. What do you think of this? What do you think of Jason Kokrak and Pat Perez? I like that a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I know our boy Doug Gim,
I was looking at the game.
with Justin Suh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's who I like in this range. I guess a guy like Ches Reavie can always pop, but he's been playing terrible, so I'd stay away.
Yeah. I was looking at Wallace and McDowell. McDowell's been around forever. And, he hasn't been playing great, the last couple of times out, but he can always, he's a crafty veteran. I feel like these kind of non-traditional formats.
Right. Favor them. I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the 7.
Starts with Maverick McNeely with Joseph Bramlett all the way down to Sam Ryder and Doc Redman at 7,000. And there's a team in here that I love. Where is it?
Is it Seifert?
No, but they're going to be popular. I do like them, but they're not. Oh no, 6K range is the team I love, but 7K range Seifert.
That's the one that jumped out to me as I'm scrolling through.
That's the one that everyone's leaning towards.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if that's my first take,
right.
then it's going to be.
I've heard a lot of buzz between them. Keith Mitchell and Brant Snedeker. That's an interesting team. They're just a lot way different golfers, and Snedeker's kind of been popping lately.
Yeah,
I'll probably own some of them in DraftKings. But if we go to the 6s, KH Lee and Kyle Stanley is a great team. Love them.
I like it. I like that a lot.
Also love Bryce Garnett and Scott Stallings. That is a great team too. There's a lot of good teams in the 6s. I'm almost going to say you should pick 2 top-end guys and then just go 6s. Bhatia and Piercy is lights out. Even Duncan and Shank isn't so bad. There's a lot of good teams out here. Robert Streb and Tommy Merritt is just I can picture them leading the Zurich Classic in the first round. Not winning, but in the first round. There's some decent teams here. Our boy Jonathan Vegas all the way down in the 6,400s. Yeah. Harry Higgs way down. So there's some interesting picks down here that you can go to. This is an interesting team right here. Vincent Whaley and Michael Glickgick. Interesting team.
Yeah, Michael Glickgick.
Yeah. KJ Choi and Sung Kang.
I was looking at KJ.
That is a good team. 6,100.
Yeah,
I'll probably own them in some teams here.
I think it is worth taking KJ Choi and Sung Kang so you can take a Cantlay and or a Rom.
Here's a team right here. Ready for this? I got John Rahm and Ryan Palmer, Cam Smith, Mark Leishman, Charlie Hoffman, Nick Watney, KJ Choi, Sung Kang, Vincent Whaley and Glickgick, and Robert Streb and Tommy Merritt. I like that. High end with low end. Maybe even switch out. Hoffman. Go with someone else besides Hoffman, because you could find other guys in that range. Go with Kokrak Perez. I like that even more. Kokrak Perez. Yeah. Boom. I'm locking that team in right now.
Yeah.
And then I did make one other team in here. I have Bryce Garnett and Scott Stallings, Kevin Kisner with Scott Brown, Graham McDowell and Matt Wallace, Louis Usti and Schwartzel,
Louis.
Kyle Stanley and Cage Lee, and my boy Harold Varner and Grace.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think those are the teams I'm rolling with this
Excellent.
week. I might only do 2 teams.
Yeah. Save it for the big card this weekend.
Yep. We'll be going over that tomorrow, pre-weigh-ins this week. But I got some good
Going
picks.
bold.
Got some good picks for it already that I'll be throwing out there.
All right.
But yeah.
We'll hit it back tomorrow.
All right, Scotty.
All right, man.
Peace.